hit record?
Yeah.
Hey everyone, it's Sullivan. I am a panelist for a Harry Potter panel. So this is at Chicago TARDIS. So we're hopefully to start soon in the next 5 minutes. And yes, I'm in my Draco Malfoy cosplay. Hopefully this will be a good panel.
And would you like to introduce yourself?
Huh?
I'm waiting for would you like to say your name?
Oh, I'm Lori Majors. I was just invited to be on this panel. I've been a big Harry Potter fan for many, many years.
And you?
Lori.
Yes.
I'm Kurt. I finally just finished the books, so it's fresh in my mind.
Good. We want that. We all, just so you guys know, we may not keep it to the post, like, after the epilogue, because my main question for everyone here, how does everyone feel about the cursed child? It's fine. No, a lot of people don't like it.
It started off interesting.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I find the concept interesting, but there are certain things it's like, why Cedric Diggory? Why?
Yeah.
I mean, it just, like, that's the one death to me that, you know, it didn't matter. Personal opinion, of course. How do you guys feel about it back there?
I wanted to like it.
You wanted to like it?
Yeah.
You wanted to? You too?
Yeah.
And how do you feel about it, sir?
Was that the play?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, by the end of it, I was liking it.
I know. But okay, how does everyone feel about? Okay, this is the year 19 years later. Officially, this is 19 years later in the epilogue of where they went to the Hogwarts 9 3/4. How does everyone feel about that? This being the year, 19 years later, do you feel nostalgia? Do you feel great, or do you feel just old? Old.
A little both.
A little both. Everyone else back there, how do you feel? A little old. Everyone feel old?
Time flies.
Time flies. It really did.
No, you don't get to know.
And it's just like, well, here we are. Has everyone seen Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them? That I will talk about.
Yes.
This will be a subject I will talk about.
So I should get ready for spoilers.
Huh?
I should brace myself for being spoiled.
Spoilers.
Well, there's no spoilers. Okay. Has everyone seen it? Raise your hands. Who's seen Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them?
Oh yeah.
Okay, everyone's seen it.
I watch it all the time.
Okay, we go. Well, I'll just give a spoilers.
Okay, you're the spoilers. Okay. To everybody watching this on my YouTube channel, if you have not watched Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, you should, because isn't she doing like 4 more books for that?
4 more movies.
4 more movies. There's gonna be 4 more movies. There's one coming out next year.
They've already
I want to
named
see
it.
it. I'm gonna get tickets. But anywho, okay, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Let's see here. Who likes the main character?
I think he's awesome.
I like.
He's a Hufflepuff.
Yeah.
Doesn't that really kind of give nostalgia to the Hufflepuff house?
Yeah.
I like him from what I know of him.
I should probably stop hitting this on the table. Draco, stop hitting this on the table. It's like,
Don't break your wand.
don't break my wand. Though I got this wand at the Renaissance Festival for $10, and yeah, I want Draco's actual wand because I'm just like, I'm Draco.
Okay, rooming ang gawang. Rooming ang
I
gang.
have a wall of wands.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, above my fireplace.
That sounds very great. Oh, I think it actually kind of like, I don't know.
It's just the paint.
It's just a thing. It was $10. I could probably make another one. Hello, new guests. Hello. But yes, we officially, we started like maybe. Anywho, I'll ask that question again as people are filing in. How does everyone feel about the cursed child? And the new people who come in. You, sir.
The cursed child.
How do you feel about it? What are your
I might be a
feelings?
little undereducated.
I know. I feel you. Man, when how do you feel about the cursed child? What was everyone's thoughts on the cursed child? Did you like it? Didn't you like it?
I liked it.
You liked it?
I didn't play it first before I
Yeah.
so I think that.
Did you like it?
I enjoyed it.
Enjoyed it? Yeah. All right. Let's see. What other question did I ask? 19 years later, how do you guys feel that it's 19 years later already? How do you feel? Old, yeah. Everybody said that. I'm only 22. I feel old. 19 years later, excuse me, I feel old. But yes. Also, has everyone done Fantastic Beasts? Has everyone watched Fantastic Beasts and where to find them? Good. No one's getting spoilers. No one. Oh, good. Except for my YouTube channel, which I'm having my friend record.
Hi, I'm Sergey Agnax.
Yes.
Hi. I'm waving to camera even going over you can see me.
Oh, did you have a question?
Well, you were talking about how do you feel 19 years later, and just yesterday I happened to catch the very first Harry Potter movie again, and it was like, oh, they were so little. Compared now that they're older and in movies and.
It's like Harry Potter weekend at Freeform, so we watch it.
It's like every other weekend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
And look at nothing.
I'm not complaining, but
Yes. Initially this is supposed to be after the epilogue talk. There probably really isn't much talk about that. But I'm going to talk about the seventh book. The seventh book.
okay.
The seventh book, Deathly Hallows. How did everyone feel about the deaths that happened? There were so many deaths. I'm going to talk about Severus Snape for a moment. Just a moment. What do you figure? I figured, in my personal opinion, my thoughts on Severus Snape's death in that movie. It kind of had to be a thing.
Oh yeah.
It had to happen, even though it had to happen. I'm like, oh my gosh, Snape was the good guy. He was two-timing the Dark Lord. We dare not speak his name. But
Wait, why did it
Voldemort.
Why did it have to happen?
Well, it had to happen because he was protecting who I'm dressed at initially. Initially, he made the unbreakable vow. Everyone knows this. The unbreakable vow, of which, if the unbreakable vow isn't broken, even though it's not supposed to be broken, you die. It's death anyway. So.
And the fact that
yeah.
Severus Snape's death was so violent in description than anybody else's in the whole book.
And it really hurts my soul that he had to die, but he died for a good cause.
Well,
Plus,
it's
he
the
was
only way
helping
he could get
Harry.
the information to Harry
Yeah.
without.
And plus, he was, as I said, two-timing the Dark Lord.
Yes.
He was two-timing the Dark Lord. And he was initially on Dumbledore's side. The way I see it, he was actually not a Death Eater, in my personal opinion. Though he had the mark. Even though I don't have the mark, even though I'm Draco, I should. But I'm not that year Draco. But, anywho.
See, I disagree with that. He was a Death Eater if it wasn't for Lily.
If it wasn't for Lily,
He was a Death Eater
Yes.
until the point that he found out that they were going to kill Lily Potter. Not Harry, not
Yeah.
James, nobody else.
He
It was
didn't-
only
it was
because of
Lily.
Lily that he wanted to go ahead and protect her.
Yes. That is what I was trying to say initially. Because the simple fact is, his love for Lily was what caused initially his death, led to his demise. And as I said, as he always says, always. Yes, Sydney.
I'm just gonna pretend I remember what a Gek Eagle is, though.
The what?
What's a Gek Eagle again?
Death Eater? What's a Death Eater? What is a Death Eater? It is somebody that one of all of ours, Voldemort's for all of ours, even though we dare not. We're going to speak his name anyway, because it is.
We're not afraid of him.
We're not afraid of him. I mean, I'm Draco Malfoy, but I'm not afraid of it. Usually I am afraid of Dark Lord. I got hugged with the bloody Dark Lord. It was awkward, okay? It was awkward.
That wasn't very.
Yes, it was weird. Did you know did you guys know in the movie that was not scripted? That part was not scripted. He literally just hugged me. And Tom Felton was just like, I just like that. I just like that. But anywho, how does everyone feel about the death of Fred Weasley? Fred Weasley's death. Oh,
Come on, don't talk about that.
They're not.
I just feel bad for the Weasley family. It's like their family was so kind and wonderful, and then they had to suffer so badly for a lot of their family members.
Yes, they did. Sadly, Fred died, and George lost an ear. I feel sorry for George. The twins, the Weasley twins, I love them. They're one of my, I feel like everybody loves the twins. No matter who you are, you'll always love the twins because they're pranksters. They're the comedy relief that happens in these films initially. But the thing is, Fred Weasley's death, in my opinion, if it had to happen, if she just had to write it that way. Yes? George lost an ear. No, because it was the dark curse Severus Snape created. Septum Spectrum, I think it's pronounced. Septum Spectrum? Septum Spectrum. Oh, okay, yeah, I can do it. Septum Spectrum. I'm not Snape. It was Snape's curse that he created. And only he knew the.
And because he's dead. Yeah, okay.
The thing is, when George Weasley's ear was severed, it was severed. The thing is, there's no healing that. When in the 6th book, you will in the Half-Blood Prince, you will see Harry. Initially in the films, you'll see Harry and Draco battling it out in the Mourning Myrtle's bathroom. Harry, since he has Severus Snape's old potions book, because Slughorn is teaching potions instead of Snape, you will see that he has the Half-Blood Prince's book, which is Severus Snape's old book, his potion book, which is why Harry excelled in potions because of that book. Also, because he saw that spell in there, and he used it on Draco in Moaning Myrtle's bathroom against Draco. Snape came in there, and he healed Draco because the thing is, he could heal him from that and use the counter curse spell because nothing was severed. Draco didn't lose an arm, he didn't lose a finger or anything, like George lost his ear. Even if Snape had been there, there was no way that he could have saved George's ear. The thing is, I believe Snape was there, clearly, because if he was the only one that knew how to use the spell. So he was one of the Death Eaters that was battling it out, and he was trying to hit somebody else. I'm thinking another Death Eater. Wasn't that right? He was trying to hit another Death Eater, and he ended up hitting George by accident.
But you also take a look at some of the other characters, namely Scabbers, Pettigrew first off, Pettigrew had lost part of his ear anyways.
Yeah.
Which was never able to be healed. But he also literally had his hand chopped.
With dark magic, when it comes to
It
dark
was
magic,
never
yes.
actually
You
replaced
cannot.
with a real
Yeah.
hand. It was a magical hand.
Yes, it
It was
was.
not his original hand. It grown.
And that magical hand,
Yeah.
because it was from Voldemort, it turned against him and actually killed him in the end because of his compassion to Harry.
Yes.
So.
It was so sad. Oh. Hello. Hello. This is interesting. But yes, to me, Fred Weasley's death was, in my opinion, either non-necessary or he could have died a more heroic death. I mean, in the books, it is told that he was fighting with Percy, his brother, and he died because of some rubble fell down on him. I kind of felt that that was a crappy way for him to die. I mean, I can see him protecting one of his family members, one of his friends, and getting hit with the curse, the killing curse. Don't speak up. Yes.
Wait, he died because of rubble?
Yes.
That even gummo thing away guy pink guy go.
He died. He was buried in rubble.
He defended the castle, isn't
He
that
did defend it.
heroic?
That is heroic. It very much is.
But technically the castle killed him.
But those details don't matter. He was dying defending something. So that's heroic.
Yeah.
How the details, well, that they are what they are.
Yeah.
But he had a reason. It wasn't a useless death in the end.
Yes.
It's like any of our U.S. soldiers who die,
There you go. Yes.
nothing less noble than serving. I mean, helicopters are dangerous, right?
Yeah.
People die in helicopters all the time.
People die in airplanes. I mean, death is a part of the life. Though, I'm going to talk about Molly Weasley. She took down Bellatrix Lestrange.
Oh yeah.
Now, oh my God, I love her. She is like a mother to all. She's like a mother to all. And literally, not my daughter, you. Since there's a little child in the room, I am not going to say
he's
that
fine.
word. Okay. Not my daughter, you bitch. Literally. And literally, she goes after her. And it's just like, oh. And then I'm just like, Molly was the one I expected to kill Bellatrix. I kind of did everyone expect Neville Longbottom to kill Bellatrix? Because of what he get revenge for his parents. But the thing is, revenge is not always the answer. It isn't.
He had a good heart.
Neville Longbottom, him and the sword of Gryffindor cutting off Nagini. Literally. He had his moment. He got his heroic moment in the end. And I was so happy for
He
him.
was foretelling too, because he would later, as he got older, go back to Hogwarts as a professor.
Yes,
the
he
rest
would.
left Hogwarts. Neville Bottom went back to Hogwarts. He was He will later become
Yes.
a part of Hogwarts.
Yeah.
Yes. That was great.
Yeah.
But yes. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. I'm going to use that now. Have
Johnny
you seen
Depp. He's gonna be cool.
Yes, Johnny Depp. Everybody loves Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp. But
Yeah.
one of my favorite characters is Dewitt. I mean, come on, why you gotta love Dewitt. Dewitt is pretty, you know? And it's like, hey, he's a Hufflepuff. Finally, a story about a main character who's a Hufflepuff. Because a lot of people feel that Hufflepuffs don't get a lot of recognition except for Cedric Diggory, who died in the Triwizard Tournament. But that's another story. But, okay, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Okay, Jacob, one of my friends told me to ask this question, so I'm going to, because it's a good question. And I'm going to kind of just scroll up and see where it was. Okay. Does Jacob remember Queenie even though his memories of what happened had been obliterated by the Thunderbird?
Yes, he goes back to the shop at the end.
Oh yeah, I think.
There is a recognition.
Yes.
Yeah,
Recognition.
I think in the movie and he seemed to recognize how.
Alright. Do you guys think that he remembers?
Oh yeah.
I think that's a buried memory.
Yeah.
It's one of those, I know her from somewhere but doesn't remember all the circumstances. I've seen that face, I've seen her somewhere before.
It's
There's
like she
something
looks
about her.
familiar.
Yeah, it's that.
It's for the sequel.
The sequel, yeah, it's for the sequel.
Considering that he's in the cast photo for the sequel.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
I have a specific theory.
Okay.
I think that the quality of certain magic in states versus
Versus the
UK
United States versus the UK.
is different, and I think that this is an example of that. We've learned that some of the terminology is different. We've learned that some of the incantations are different, correct?
I think so.
So the obliviate spell, perhaps it's addiction.
Well, it was also by a creature, not by a wizard with a wand, too. So, how saturated was that magic? Because it took over the whole city.
I think what we get into here is the same situation that you get into with Snape and Lily. It's a matter of how much he loves her that's keeping the memory alive inside of him and doesn't completely obliviate it.
Yes.
There seems to be, to me, an overriding theme in all of this. If you take a look, Lily's love for Harry, Snape's love for Lily.
Yes.
Love just keeps triumphing one
Love
after
just
another,
keeps
after
triumphing.
another, after another. And they don't smack you in the face with it all the time. It's something that you have to actually think about and look at as to why. There's a lot of that going through the whole series.
Like
And you know,
Harry and
the
Mary.
sequel, yeah.
Let's get you over here.
Well, I mean, it was very clear that the memory thing wasn't complete regardless, because, I mean, that weird kickery he was doing, that was leaked through from what happened to him. So, the monster
Yeah, the
things,
monster.
it's like,
Monster.
it's like, yeah, he did, whatever happened, it wasn't full, and either it wasn't full, or it's a block and things are leaking. So, that could be interesting in the next film, if in the cast of the next film. It's possible a block will break.
Yes.
But one thing I'm looking for in this film, the U.S. and Europe are going to have to connect, because Grindelwald's going to have to face Dumbledore.
Yes,
So
he
there's
is.
going to be a connection made. It's no longer going to be separate anymore. Because like in the prehistory, they have to meet
That
cross
they do.
paths in some way.
That they
In some
do.
way.
That's gonna be wonderful.
That really is. You don't know? I don't think so. Because I'm pretty sure from what I heard was she was gonna make 4 new Fantastic Beasts books, and there was gonna be 4 new movies. I heard that
5 movies.
5.
5 movies.
Because I heard they approached her and said that if you make 5 more books, we will do 5 more movies. I believe that was the deal. Does anybody else have any questions for me or anybody else?
Well, I guess from my point of view, why do you think people getting Harry Potter in the first place? Or how were you scouting Harry Potter knowing there were so many books and movies and spin-offs?
Well, we just love the series.
Yeah.
We just really love it.
She got me into
I mean,
it.
we enjoy the
That's his
magic.
friend.
The magic. The magic is what everyone loves.
And prequels. Now it's prequels.
It's prequel. It's like, okay, I'm not going to open a whole new can of worms, but it's like Lord of the Rings, how they released Lord of the Rings and they put out The Hobbit.
Yes.
When initially The Hobbit was supposed to come before. Yeah.
Like who wants?
Gonna cut that there.
She did a good job of fleshing, putting tidbits in there, things that had happened before that weren't really covered. They would, briefly mention this, just briefly mention something else that was happening, which will help, flesh out the universe or make it expand it.
Yeah.
What they do with with the Deathless Beasts.
Yeah.
That also happening with the other houses too. Kind of gives them some background.
Yeah, I know.
And it's so far into the past that it kind of can sit on its own.
Yeah, the movie stood on its own. If you had just seen that movie, you could almost understand the entirety of what was going on. It helped to understand the books because it kind of helped, frame what was happening now with the mothers and everything else. But it did a good job. It could stand on its own as it should.
But one thing I hope she doesn't forget is the after the Harry, like Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. She could go there.
She could
And develop that
To
series
be honest,
after.
I kind of
I love
that
the Cursed Child.
I mean, my personal opinion, I'm not a huge fan of the Cursed Child. I like the storyline. I'm not that big of a. I love the play in the book. I've never seen the actual play.
I haven't seen the play either. I like the book.
The book is good. The book of the Cursed Child, I believe, is good.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the play itself could. No, I'm not a huge fan of the play. I'll be honest with that.
Well, someday maybe.
Yes, you in the back.
I personally hope they don't touch anything like future because I feel like everybody has like their own mentality of how they think those characters would have grown up to be.
Yeah.
I personally don't like the Christian because I don't think these things are true to how Harry would have grown as a parent. Like,
Yeah, I know. Exactly. I agree with you.
It's Hollywood. And he can change it.
Grew up.
I mean, the only thing I liked about the Cursed Child really was the fact that Elvis and Scorpio. I believe I'm pronouncing Draco's son's name right. Scorpio. Scorpius. Elvis and Scorpius, best of friends. I actually like that. That's a very good idea. I would hope that they would be friends. I don't necessarily like how Rose, I understand why Rose Weasley kind of just ignores him and ignores Scorpius and stuff like that. I understand, but the thing is, Draco has initially changed. I initially can see the change in the book, and I believe even after the 7th one, that Draco would change. Because the simple fact is, he's grown up. He's not a kid anymore. He's not that, I have to show off my dad. I have to be the Malfoy heir, this and that. I can see him changing and trying to be himself. Because he was the boy that never had a choice, in my personal opinion. I don't know how anybody else feels about Draco Malfoy.
Well, his father was a weakling too, as a Death Eater.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah,
And
he
his
didn't
mother.
do much as a Death Eater.
And it was his mother. I liked her at the end in the 7th book.
She didn't tell him
She
a lie.
She lied to the Dark Lord about Harry being dead. Because she asked, is Draco still alive? That's all she cared about, was her son. And it's the love of a son that seems to triumph everything. And I feel like Draco would change in The Cursed Child. He's a grown up, he's a parent now. Sadly, his wife died because of it's a curse in the family, if I remember correctly. The curse in her family, greenhouse, if I remember correctly. Something about childbirth or something or other. But she died. Draco's a single father, and it's like he's gonna grow up. He's gonna do what he has to do for his son. And in The Cursed Child, when Draco speaks sense to Harry about Scorpius and Elvis, don't get in between don't try to break their friendship apart. I mean, to me, that's what's great. Because Draco is speaking sense. He's saying, leave it alone. Even though me and you weren't the best of friends, me and you weren't really friends at all, I bullied you, this and that. Leave our stuff. Our stuff is already settled. Our stuff is in the past. Let Elvis and Scorpius be friends. Let them do what they want to do. That was great. That part of The Cursed Child was Drake. Though I find it funny, if anybody noticed, 19 years later, when they were at 9 3/4, Elvis had a ferret as a pet. Does anyone find that kind of funny at all? I find this funny for a reason.
Draco the bouncing ferret. Boy.
Draco the bouncing ferret. Yeah, he was turned into a ferret in book book 4, and it's like, uh-oh. There's been a lot of memes around. If anybody hasn't noticed the memes out there, Scorpius asking Draco for a ferret, and him saying no, and him asking Scorpius asking why, and Draco's just like, I just said no. He won't give him a reason, and I have a feeling I know what that reason is. It's because he doesn't like ferrets because he was turned into one. I mean, doesn't that kind of make sense? I mean, if you were turned into a ferret and your son wanted a ferret, wouldn't you be like, no ferret for you? But Albus has one? The answer is no, dang it. I told you. The answer is no. He's like, aw. But yes.
I think what would have been a better focus instead of on post-Harry is another pre-Harry, the Marauders.
Yeah, the Marauders. The Marauders. We all love the Marauders, don't we?
Oh, wait, you mean Wormhood, Quack, and all those other two?
Basically, Harry's father, James, Sirius Black, Peter Pettigrew, Remus Lupin. Oh, yeah, we can't forget Remus.
And like the start of the war.
Wouldn't that be part of the prequel? Because you're staying in New York, and all of this is up to the point where Voldemort kills him in their house. So that's all part of it.
It's the 20s. Yeah. We're thinking it's the 1920s in Fantastic Beasts. Harry Potter is the 90s. That's a huge amount of time.
But the Marauders are part of that timeline, so you're going to get
not that timeline.
The later films coming. They're going to make 5 films.
The question is, are they focusing solely on Albus and Grimwald? If they are, then that's going to end before.
I wouldn't just focus on that. I would throw the Marauders in it.
Yeah, throw the Marauders.
But that's something that we don't know what they're going for, I suppose. So we can't say that it's definitely going to be part of it. Would we like to see it? Yeah.
But it's in that timeline.
But it's
right
not
there.
part of Fantastic Beasts necessarily.
You know what? It could be. We don't know. It hasn't come out yet.
It's just such a huge amount of time to go over.
It really is. It really is. I mean, they could have I think when the Marauders time era be about the 60s,
late 60s,
70s, and they were the younger Snape. They could show Severus Snape in there too, the younger Snape, with the Marauders. Lily, there's Lily.
They all were friends.
I mean, how Arthur and Mary, Arthur and Molly, Mary. Okay, little screw up there. They can show young Arthur and Mary and Molly, Molly Weasley.
They're older than James.
Yeah, but they could grow up and I would like to see how Arthur and Molly got together. Now that would be kind of a good thing to see.
They went to school.
They did go to school together.
I think for Fantastic Beasts for me is far enough in the past. Yeah, it touches on one thing, basically the fight between Grindelwald and Dumbledore, which is going to be over the Elder Wand in the end. We all know that. But it opens up to a whole brand new set of characters that are not having to be troped in. The problem with doing something, and I'm going to use Star Wars as an example on this. The problem of doing a prequel with the parents as kids is that you really limit what you can do from a character development standpoint. It shrinks things down to an extent. If you take a look at the Star Wars prequels and Anakin, right there that you knew from the start that he was going to be Vader. you hope that they were gonna do some real decent storytelling as far as him growing and falling to the dark side, but all it was wine, boom.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen the prequels because the thing is, my father, he's a big, huge Star Wars fan, but the thing is, he likes the old movies. The very
Okay, Greg, I want to agree with your bottle gun.
Yeah.
I haven't even seen any of the new movies, but like Lola.
I've watched the new movies. I'm going to go see I already have tickets for the premiere for The Last Jedi. I will be seeing.
So using that analogy, what Rowling has done with Fantastic
Yes.
Beasts has gone back to what Star Wars could do with going to the Old Republic. You know where things are going to end in the end, but you've got all new characters to develop in people. It's the same thing that she could do with going into the future. You skip past and maybe have Harry's children as adults and start from them as their kids, Harry's grandkids. Because now you've got a whole new set of stuff that you have no clue what it's about. But you know what their past is.
But you know what? One thing, connect them. Don't just put these separate
The problem
people.
is
Well, let me finish. It's a mistake Star Trek made in Discovery. Totally different people, nobody to connect them to the past. Have somebody a connection to the past.
You do have a connection. Yes, it is.
No, I'm not talking about.
no,
But what
what
I'm
is-
talking about, there's
But
no connection to
you
the
have
past.
a connection.
What?
Dumbledore. There's your connection right there.
Yeah, Dumbledore's
And Grindelwald.
And Grindelwald.
Yeah, but
Well, we've never seen Grindelwald.
But
We never saw him, but we
I
do
would
about
add
him.
Harry in there because he's the mainstay of that story.
In the 8th movie, or no, the 7th movie.
He's the mainstay of that whole
Oh,
story.
that's right, flashbacks.
No,
Well,
Voldemort.
maybe, yeah. What about
To
Harry?
find out
Harry was
about
named
the
after. Harry was named after. Wasn't he named after a great relative? I forget. Wasn't he named after somebody?
I don't know,
This.
but,
Someone.
but you do have a connection between
Yeah.
the two, but it's not a huge tenuous connection where you have to go ahead and say, all right,
Plus,
well,
there's
you know,
there is the
that
Potters.
James Bond's
There-
gonna be.
I mean, we
need
still
to-
have like great Potters in that test or something.
You don't need a familial connection,
No,
it's
we
just
don't
a
need a
matter
familial
of the
connection.
characters.
But I'm just saying.
Now, something like
you
the
could have
Weasleys, like Arthur
what
and
you
Molly,
meant.
that could be done in the style of like a Rogue One without coming out solo,
Yeah.
a one-off. Not necessarily having to be a series, but a one-off, a Harry Potter story. That way you can find out about them.
Yeah.
Or do one-offs like that. But a continuous story arc, I think they really need to stay
Yeah, they
away
really need
from
to.
either
Get
immediately
tired.
before or immediately after Harry.
I just wonder how they're gonna keep it with the Fantastic Beasts thing.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting.
Well, if they keep it with, obviously, with Newt,
Yeah.
you know, you got all his beasts, so as long as they continue on, that would be.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see what kind of creatures they.
Which one, yeah.
Well, they're probably gonna connect them with their spirits, because that's how it kind of connects, like,
So, what it really sounds like, if you correctly, you're very disappointed with moving the story forward because it doesn't fill in the way that you would expect it to happen, like with Harry and Draco and David. But you like the stories that fill in the gaps where you're missing things from in the past, like those Fantastic Beasts. You built the story, they didn't really flesh out, you just know bits and pieces. Like you're very happy to have those pieces filled in for you, because you haven't built the whole story within your head of what's going to happen.
I would say it's
Yeah. I feel like that's true for a lot of Harry Potter fans because the simple fact is, it's just we have our own little set of things that go on in our own head on what we think, what we would like to happen, what we would like to see. But clearly not all of it's ever going to get done. We might get a few things that we like, a few ideas that we like. We might get a few of those in there, but everyone has this is why there's a thing called fan fiction, initially. This is why there's something called fan fiction, and there's a site called there's Wattpad, there's fanfiction.net, there's Quotive, if I'm even saying that site
Outside
right.
of our own.
But there's 3 sites that you can go to, and well, there's Achieve Their Own, Achieve03.com. That's a good one. That you can write your own stories on, and make up your own little like whatever's going on in your head, you can put it out on a computer, on a site, and a lot of Harry Potter fans or fans of the fandom will like it, or they won't like it, or I mean, you get good feedback. You get feedback. I mean, some people might not like your work on fan fictions, but the thing, like, how is that? How does this connect? This and that. They're always looking for a connection, and it's like sometimes we don't always have that connection. Sometimes we just have that idea in our head and we just want to run with it.
One thing you can guarantee, J.K. Rowling is one of the greatest writers in the history of our country.
Yes, she is. We love
First
J.K.
of all,
Rowling.
whatever story you get will be one of the best. She will include the main ideas, maybe details, a lot of surprises for you, but maybe things the way you don't think, but it will be a good story. But the best part is she'll give you surprises. And that's the sign of a great writer. She surprises the reader. And she knows how to tell a story.
Yes.
And develop characters. However she does it, it'll be right.
I wish I was that good of a writer like her. I actually do write. I am a writer on, as I said, Wattpad, Quotive, fanfiction.net, this and that.
For me, it's also with going with Doctor Who, it's the community that has built out of these books and the friends that I've made, and
it just seems like
it's
everyone's
amazing.
more comfortable with their own people of their own fandom. It always seems like you go into a convention like this one, Doctor Who. We all have something in common. We all, literally, it's one fandom, not like a big, huge anime convention where people like a bunch of different animes. There's a bunch of different animes out there, and just you can't just connect with everyone because someone may like an anime that you don't like or you haven't even seen, and it's just like, how do I like this person, but I don't know how I feel. With Doctor Who and Harry Potter, we all have that
Star
one thing
Trek.
in common.
And Star Trek.
Star Trek,
He's
Star
one of the
Wars.
best ever.
Percy Jackson.
Oh,
Girl, vad tänker Star Trek och jag kan gå i sängen.
Percy Jackson.
I'm the moderator. I'm supposed to be like, oh no, we can't open another can of worms. But Percy Jackson. I'm sorry. I have anyone seen? How many people have seen the movies?
Yeah.
Percy Jackson.
yeah,
Oh my gosh, everyone! I hate that.
it was such a waste of like such a potential.
I mean, who has read the Percy Jackson series? Everybody knows at least a little something. Percy Jackson. The books are better than the 2 movies, and as I heard, the author was very ticked about that second film. I seen the second film. I initially, I have mixed feelings about it, but I'm just like, I think a lot of people hate that how Annabeth's hair was brown in the first one and not blonde, like it was in the second one. It's like, what the frick? Like, really? But okay, that was off track. Let's see how much time we have left.
We have 10, maybe 12.
10 minutes.
About 10 minutes? Yeah, 10 minutes.
So would you be more okay with the Rowling world, the Harry Potter world being handed over to somebody else
No.
as she gets older and retires?
I probably would not be okay with that.
Like what they've done with Doctor Who, where every couple of years it changes into somebody else's hands? Or would you like to see it more frozen like they did with the Tolkien stuff?
I would like to see more Frozen. Because J.K. Rowling is J.K. Rowling. Nothing's going to change that. I don't want someone else coming in and kind of like, even if they like have good intentions, and even if they have good intentions and everything, I don't want them to mess up the one world where we all feel like we're home. Hogwarts is our home. I feel like Hogwarts is all of our homes because the simple fact is Hogwarts and magic, and we don't want someone to ruin that magic.
Plus, you have to consider young Gabriel back. How J.K. Rowling has been doing it for years and years. Doctor Who gets a new actor, new production team every 5 years or so.
I know.
I would like to see a new movie series now that we know the entire arc of the story. They can make it almost better the way that they missed out on so much that was in the books. And
Would you rather see it done as a TV series where they put all the details in?
A TV series for Harry Potter. Now that is a good idea.
A danger. Look at Disney. How many series are terrible? How many magical series have Disney made already?
Graveyard of the Greats.
Okay.
They have gone down the tubes with that totally. Ravens and not
Don't
many
talk
good
about Teen
magical
Titans.
series.
Teen Titans.
Oh, guys, don't even talk about that.
Oh, jeez, no. Disney could do. I think Disney could do good by initially, though. If we look at the parks, has anyone been to Wizarding World of Harry Potter at the Universal Studios?
Sure.
Oh, I want you so
I
bad,
want to so
Gail.
bad myself.
Yeah.
I haven't gone. I have a friend who works at Wizard Wheezes, the joke shop there.
Yeah, right.
She ended up she quit her job at Cedar Point. She got offered the position in Florida, so she moved down there. And once she got interviewed, they asked her which shop would she like to work at if she were hired. Wizard Wheezes, it's a joke shop. Yeah, and she got hired, and I really want to go down there. I want to see her again. I grew up with her in high school. I want to see her again. But anywho, Diagon Alley, Nocturne Alley, Gringotts Bank, Hogwarts Express.
The train.
I mean, it's kind of Universal Studios. Now, Universal Studios is kind of isn't it by Disneyland? I'm trying to.
By Disney World.
Yeah, by
Yeah.
Disney World. It's World. Florida's World. Disney.